What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Onyx Block. My name's Haas, and I'm here today with another video about XRP. Going to talk a little bit about the SEC, some things that might have happened with Tesla that seem to be reminiscent about this, what the community sentiment is, and maintaining your risk and also maintaining your expectations with a cryptocurrency. Let's get into it. So first, guys, obviously today we are trading at 18 cents. Now I made the video yesterday at 20. It was somewhere around this range. So I want to say 24, 25 cents and then went down. I bought at 22 cents, 22 or 21, somewhere around there. So now we are at 18. I'm expecting this to get very, very scary, very, very low. So it is what it is, especially when you have the type of news out from the SEC. Now, just keep in mind, sorry guys, if you hear some banging throughout this video, there's construction happening in the apartment adjacent to me. So unfortunately, I'm not a moon boy yet, so here I am. I didn't purchase a lot, but I did purchase the average amount of XRP that I would purchase in any time, regardless if this was 70 cents or 22 cents. So I don't feel bad about it. And this market is a lot about assessing your own risk and assessing your tolerance to FUD. Now, there is a lot of FUD out, and the thing to keep in mind about the FUD is we're still in the allegation phase. We haven't even gotten into the court case, and we're seeing massive capitulation. Now, obviously, in the short term, and I'm going to be putting on a trader hat, and I'm not a trader, I'm a holder, so just keep that in mind when I talk about this. In the short term, we're looking for some scary targets. I don't think it'd be beside us to expect possibly even going down to the 7-8 cent mark. Now that can sound scary, but the big thing that I'm keeping in mind here is I refuse to live my life as a what if. I refuse to look back 10 years from now and say, you know what, if I had just kept that little bit of money in XRP, look where I'd be today. The big thing here is I refuse to get shaken out of this market, and I know that there's a lot of people with that sentiment. Now keep in mind, I'm not arguing this out of a conspiracy standpoint or that, XRP is going to take over the global financial system. While I do think the use case is there to really make up the framework of the global financial system, I don't subscribe to the flat out full on conspiracy theories, decoded messages on Twitter and all that. As fun as it is as an XRP viewer to kind of go down that deep end, you have to be realistic when you're investing real money. So to go on with that sentiment, Leb Crypto shouts out directly to digital asset investor. Now, I have no problem with any creator or Leb Crypto. I'm going to explain what I think about his tweet here and what I think about DAI, but ultimately it is what it is. But he says, digital asset investor, I used to follow your YouTube channel throughout 2018. Thanks for cranking out daily content, but with a major issue that's not helping you nor the XRP community. You're way too bullish all the time, no matter what happens around Ripple and XRP. Please put your big boy pants on. And he is tweeting about a tweet that digital asset investor mentioned that Brad Garlinghouse had liked the tweet. I get it. I do get it. The tweet was, remember the Grinch that stole Christmas ended up giving everything back and more. Right now, everyone's just in a really funny time, and anything that anybody says on Twitter can really engage some emotion on an individual person. And it's very important that when you're looking into not only just cryptocurrency, but just investing in general, you really need to trade without emotion. You need to make sure that what you're investing in is the best fact-based, and you're going to pick losers. That's just a reality of the space, of any investing space. You're always going to pick losers, but you're also going to pick winners, and those winners could be huge. But at the end of the day, you have to look at your own risk tolerance. If you are heavily allocated to XRP and no other allocation to anywhere else, you probably shouldn't be. I'm not a maximalist of any coin. I have Bitcoin, I have Ethereum, I have Cardano. I'm enjoying all the other pumps. Sure, XRP is bringing down my portfolio, but it's not a big deal. I have enough money that if XRP goes down to zero, I'm not going to personally be upset. I guess I do have a weird place to come from because I don't have a lot of money in cryptocurrency. I only got into crypto in 2020, but I'm backing my XRP bet because I see the utility. I see that it's the fastest, the cheapest token out there. it just makes sense that this would be used. I even use XRP for arbitrage from one exchange to another. And I know a lot of people that do this. So really, I see the use case in XRP. I'm not concerned for the long term. Right now, this is just short-term FUD. So CryptoLeb continues on and he says, I'm sorry that I have to say this, but it's for the best. Admitting reality and moving forward prudently with investments. XRP will still do well in the long term, but not about Ripple taking over the financial system and invisible plans and XRP being the greatest of them all. In terms of what he's saying here, I get it, and I see what some channels tend to gravitate to more the writing on the wall type discussion where nothing's explicitly said. But if you take all that out and you look at the fundamentals of the token, you do see the value there. So regardless of the conspiracy of Ripple and the global financial system, the IMF and Christine Lagarde and all these other things that pile up in terms of the unconfirmed or the mystery that shrouds Ripple and XRP, still looking at the fundamentals still makes it a valuable asset. So do I think that it's going to zero? Well, no, I don't think. I think it'd be very hard for any cryptocurrency to truly go to zero. So do I think XRP will? No. And the fact of the matter is, we're talking about $1 billion market. XRP alone had 26 billion before the capitulation started, and now we're closer to 11 billion. That just goes to show how fast billions can shift in this industry. In a matter of days, billions left XRP. In a matter of days, billions came into the crypto market. So am I worried in the long term? No, I really am not. Love Crypto continues to tweet out and says, I'll be buying the blood at 5 to 6 cent levels. I don't know that it's going to get that low. I really don't. If it does, oh my God, I'm going to fill my bags. All right. I'm doubling down on my bet. If it gets down to the 5 to 6 cent range, I will legitimately liquidate some of my crypto assets right now if that level is met. If that level is met, I swear on everything that I have, I'm going all in on my bet on XRP. It may not perform well through this SEC case, but ultimately, at the end of the case, I know where this is going. And this ends in clarity. To give you guys some perspectives, we're going to take a quick look at some clips with Elon Musk talking about the SEC. Again, this happened before, guys. This happened before. Even early as the dot-com bubble, when everyone was telling you to sell your Microsoft, get out of Amazon, get out of all these stocks. People just sold and they made millions. Sure, they got away with a healthy profit. But at the end of the day, they gave up legacy amounts of wealth by selling their shares so early on in the early 2000s, in 2000 when the dot-com boom happened. So those people now, looking at the charts now of Microsoft specifically, that's an incredible amount of money that they have lost out on. Look at when the health crisis happened. When the health crisis happened, what was on the news? Every day pumping fear into the news. What happened to the markets? The markets tanked. And a lot of markets without any sort of logic based on it. It was all emotion. Now, of course, a lot of industries were hurt over the course of this time. But there are some industries that are just never going to go away. So buying super cheap airline stocks, yeah, it's going to be a scary year for you. But in 5 to 10 years, that Boeing stock might be worth a significant chunk of money. So let's go into these clips. We'll do some analysis and talk a little bit about what we think of the SEC.
Look at you.
No, I want to be clear. I do not respect the SEC. I do not respect them.
But you're abiding by the settlement, aren't you?
Because I respect the justice system.
So listen, the SEC definitely has a history of acting on frivolous actions. If you don't remember what happened in this case, Elon Musk had tweeted out a joke saying that he might be thinking of taking his company private once the stock hits 420, saying funding achieved. Any logical human being would understand that that specifically is a joke, but the SEC clearly wanted a piece. They're acting more as a mafia type entity, just taking their tolls from anyone that they can. And I truly believe that this is what that is. I don't believe that it falls under the Howey test. Now, another factor in this whole thing, and I'm sure I'm just reminding you guys of this fact, is that Jay Clayton's gone. Elad Roisman is now appointed as the chair of the SEC. He's heavily crypto focused. Do I think that the SEC is still going to go after? Like, do I think that this chair changes anything with the lawsuit? Obviously not. But at the end of the day, once this lawsuit is all said and done, what do you think is going to happen? Regulations are going to be brought out, framework is going to be given, and XRP is no longer going to be traded on certain exchanges like Coinbase and other exchanges. What happens then? A massive scarcity, a massive bull run. XRP goes up to all-time highs and nobody's able to get back in at the selling price that they got out at. And again, I'm just going to repeat this one more time. You have to assess your own risk in any crypto market, including XRP. But I know with the fundamentals, this is a risk that I'm willing to take, and I personally refuse to capitulate in this situation. I know I'm not alone in the community. I'm just going to keep buying, keep a level head about myself, keep reassuring myself that my research is what is going to bring me to the goal at the end of the day. I know what I'm investing in, and I know the utility of this token, so I'm not going to capitulate out just because of some FUD from the SEC, because of course Tesla stock dropped almost 50%, but look at it now. If you had invested $40,000 into Tesla just back then, you'd be looking at a small fortune right now, and this was not that long ago. So please assess your own risk. Make the best decision for your portfolio. Do not overhedge yourself on any specific project, but do not get shaken out just because of emotion. That's it from me, guys. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you like what I brought to you today. Obviously, it's going to be a hard next couple weeks, if not months, in the XRP community. Don't be surprised when we do see single-digit numbers, but I highly doubt that we'll get down to a cent or fractions of a cent. But that's it from me, guys. Thanks again. Take care and happy hodling.